When I was 16, I met a guy online and he sexually assaulted me. He was a good-looking guy. From what he told me, he was 18 turning 19. At the time, I believe he was 21. He was a computer networking student at a college. He used girls ages 9 to 14. He would send a virus to their account, to their computer, to gain complete access to their computer, even their webcam, which is what he loved to do the most. He'd make these girls do the most disgusting, horrible things I've ever heard. And if they didn't, he would threaten to hurt them. He would threaten to kill them. In one instance, he made a 12-year-old girl perform sexual acts on her dog.
When I was about 11, I was sexually abused. When it was happening, I would say he was probably about 34. One of the things that we did was watch movies in his room in the basement. Whenever he'd say, "Jordan, come down to the basement, we're gonna watch a movie," I always got uncomfortable because I knew, I would feel awkward about it. But I always did it. I was willing to do this to keep him in my life. I needed him so bad that I was gonna do what he wanted. And it just happened one night. He just crawled into the bed beside me and put his hand down my pants and put my hand down his pants.
I just wanted to be loved and cared for. That got me into being a prostitute for him. This was a 25-year-old man prostituting a 14-year-old. When I was working, I was using the internet. I used the Red Zone to advertise. I used Turb, I used Craigslist, Hot Babes, and just various other sites. I would just post a picture of myself, a brief description, and a phone number, and they would call and set up appointments. The average Sean would be about mid-30s, married man. I was 14 when I started working in the sex industry.
My junior tennis coach molested me, and as it turns out, many others. At the time, being 11 and 12 and 13 years old, you're violated, you're sexually abused at the highest order, and you don't really know, and I didn't know what in fact had just taken place. It's of epidemic proportion.
He is in jail. He got convicted for human trafficking.
They charged him with multiple sexual misconducts. He pleaded guilty. He avoided doing jail time and serving time for the crimes that he committed. My only wish is that the laws were a little bit stronger.
For over hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of victims, he got 3 years in prison.
The impact of sexual abuse on a minor is profound. It's no different than sticking a knife right through someone's stomach. It's absolutely no different.
He took 3 years of my life away from me. He took my sanity away as well. I'm unable to just relax.
It's hard because I have to relive it every day.
Not knowing if you're gonna kill yourself or, what's gonna happen.
I want him to see the faces of all the girls that he blackmailed. I want him to feel vulnerable and feel, the pain that I felt.
You're taking someone's innocence in a blink of an eye.
You can't take people's souls away. Like you can't reach into somebody's heart and just rip it out.
He took my life.
What did he get out of it? An orgasm once in a while?
Pedophilia is just as bad as murder.
Get help. Stop doing it.
Think about it. Think about what you're doing, because you're about to ruin this kid's life.
He could be doing this now, and that's frightening. It's wrong. It's got to stop.